Hi, my name is Noala Huda binti Muhammad Ramli and I'm from batch 25B and my number ID is DM1121119. So today I'm gonna talk about the definition of LGBT. The terms lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender LGBT describe distinct groups within the gay culture. The early initiative for people who were gay focused mostly on men. So in an attempt to draw attention to issues specific to gay women, lesbian is often listed first. People who are bisexual and transgender have been traditionally left out or underrepresented in research study and health initiative. It is now considered standard to include these two groups along with gay men and lesbian.
Hi, my name is Maisara Lubis binti Amin Zahari. Number ID is TM1121139, batch 25B. I'm from course Diploma in Enforcement Management. I'm going to present the factors of LGBT. Lesbian happen because the person is influenced by friends and surrounding. Family conflict is also a contributor to LGBT problems. Internal family problems experienced by teenagers cause them to seek pleasure outside their home through relationship with same-sex friends. Lack of communication with parents also contribute to this problem, as well as busy working parents and lack of time spent with children, causing them to seek love and attention through relationship with friends of the same sex. The other factors of lesbian is lack of religious appreciation. Although the religion education has been given since childhood, but the practice religion life is quite leaky by this individual, causing them to tend towards LGBT. If their religious education is leaky, then they will be encouraged to do something that is against the teaching of religion, such as preserve relationship. Low religious practice are one of the factors that encourage involvement in LGBT behavior. Lack of adherence of religion causes them to fall out of the norm of human life. This clearly shows that a lack of understanding of religious knowledge and moral has contributed to involvement in LGBT. How did the gay factor happen? Because lack of attention and parental control. Factor involved with LGBT is also due to lack of attention and control from parents due to not living with the family. This set them to be free to do anything without the knowledge and control of parents and family members. This was used as an opportunity by them to do anything without their parents' knowledge, so that they got stuck in LGBT. This factor is seen to have impact on the development of LGBT youth. The next factor is peer influence. The study found that the influence of same-sex friends is also one of the factors that influence LGBT people. There are many same-sex friends involved in LGBT activities at university. Peer influence is the influence gained from friends who have the same personality as them because they understand what they want. The other gay factors is silent factor. The silent factor is also identified as a cause of involvement in LGBT behavior. The loneliness experience is because of not having a friend or girlfriend and living alone without friends. The loneliness that was initially felt by being active on social sites and end up being stuck in an online gay group and then looking for a friend or partner to feel the loneliness experience. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is LGBT Ahmad. I be student in M102166. I'm for Enforcement Management. Today I will present about the factor affecting. First point for the bisexual is bisexual people show that they have been high risk. For example, the depression symptom. For the third point is the higher risk of diagnosis or treatment for the mental condition. For example, harassment or abuse, a key risk factor for pure mental health. The second presentation, I will present about the transgender. The first point of the transgender is transgender is a female report having depression encountered at least one form of stigma or discrimination. The third point is, for example, included verbal abuse, social exclusions to their name or sex on document, physical threat and violence. Fourthly, the fear of prejudice or stigma cause of their change individual activity. For the lastly point is prejudice will more like to say their dispersion right now. That's all from me for presentation, factor affecting bisexual and transgender. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Darshini, daughter of Tangachelo. I'm taking diploma in enforcement management batch 25B. My student ID number is DEM112110. Today, I want to talk about the effects of LGBT. First is LGBT workers have experienced unfair and improper treatment at the workplace by other workers. And number two is LGBT students face many rumors, teasing, sexual assault, and cyberbullying in the school and colleges by other students. That's all. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Nur Syafiqah binti Arzizal, and I will present about the effects of LGBT. AIDS or HIV. HIV is the virus that causes AIDS. It damages your immune system and you will easy to get sick. HIV is spread by having sex, so whenever you're doing the intercourse, you should wearing a condom to protect yourself or your partner. Not all HIV patients have AIDS. HIV is stand for human immunodeficiency virus, while AIDS stand for acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Both of them is not the same thing. HIV is a virus passed from person to another person, while AIDS is the disease that caused by the damage HIV does to our immune system. AIDS is the serious stage of HIV. It can lead to deaths over time. Without the treatment, HIV takes 10 years to develop to AIDS. So those who facing HIV need to receive treatment to slow down the damage and stay healthy for several decades. Next is inability to reproduce. It goes for gay couple or lesbian. It's complicated because this couple have a same sex or gender partner. Whenever they want a child, they have to adopt from friends or use donor eggs. It's very difficult to find clinic that want to work with LGBT community, and using the donor egg will cost you a lot of money, a ton. And other than that, only one parent can be a legal guardian. So the parent who is in the genetic parent need a legal documentations to have any right over the child. In some state, the person who give birth considered as a legal parents. So the donor eggs or the gestational carrier must give up any parental right to process move forward. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Ismail Kamil Halim. My ID number is DEM120107 and I'm from Boston, Habib. Today I will presenting about the effect on people involved in LGBT. First, they will experience untoward gender because the world consists of people with various beliefs and reproductive mechanisms, where an untoward gender creates compilation. If some people are believed to be different, they are considered nothing but mentally sick. Even though they are laws to protect the community's rights, it will still not be enough to change the mindset people have toward the community. Second, they will have genetic survival because while people are born from male-female reproductive engagement, the third gender generation are not capable of taking their generation further. This makes them completely dependent on other birthing methods for their survival, such as surrogacy or adoption. Besides the LGBT law, the system will have to introduce several other laws to work.
Hi, my name is Nur Isati binti Ghazali and my student ID is the M11211168. Now I want to tell you about how to prevent ourselves from LGBT. In the terms of Islamic, there is a few things that we can do to prevent ourselves from involving LGBT people, such as parents should watching their child and don't let them alone because it can cause them to watch pornography. Other than that, parents also should control their children from using gadget because in this global there is so many things that come out from internet that can affecting them, such as advertising that contains about LGBT, and it's really dangerous for their future. Furthermore, people should have a study or a seminar about the dangers of LGBT in school, so children will not involving themselves in the things that can destroy their future and their study. They also can have religious counseling regarding LGBT who deviate from religious rules.
Today I'm going to talk about suicide prevention of LGBT. My first point is LGBT youth experiencing homelessness. Nowadays, LGBT youth disproportionately become homeless, often as a result of family conflict or rejection. But when they seek housing service, they may encounter bias, harassment, and discrimination, which can deepen their despair. LGBT youth who are experiencing homelessness in fact attempt suicide at much higher rates. My second point is focus on community-led solutions. Nevertheless, LGBT youth often experience discrimination compounded by other aspects of their identity, including race, class, religion, and what they live. Besides that, suicide prevention service specific to youth communities instead of reflexively using an intervention developed by own academic that doesn't reflect local needs. That means working to implement solutions designed by community members and their allies. Last but not least, there is no one thing that causes suicide, but we also know for LGBT youth, there are often cumulative experience of rejection, discrimination, and stigma, and that's pretty powerful force for risk of suicide. Thank you.
To talk about disease prevention of LGBT. People who are lesbian, gay, bisexual or transgender are members of every community. In addition to considering the needs of LGBT people in programs designed to improve the health of entire communities, there is also a need of culturally competent medical care and prevention services that are specific to this population. Social inequality is often associated with poor health status, and sexual orientation has been associated with multiple traits. Differences in sexual behavior account for some of these disparities, but others are associated with social and structural inequalities such as the stigma and discrimination that LGBT populations still experience. Whether you are gay or straight, you can help reduce homophobia, stigma, and discrimination in your community and decrease the associated negative health effects. Even small things can make a difference, such as accepting and supporting a family members or friends. Thank you.
The conclusion I can get throughout this decision is that Malaysian LGBT studies tend to focus on information related to sexual infections such as HIV infection. Samples of LGBT men who have sex with men, trans women, gay men, or participants exclusive from urban city like Kuala Lumpur. This review has also highlighted the low number of studies investigation the effect of cis-heterosexism in relation to criminalization, pathologization, and discrimination towards LGBT people, which hinder this population from obtaining access to social determinants of health and achieve full health potential. Thank you.